We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars Wrestling episode 298. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To somewhere around the screen, Tarek Two Belts himself, the reigning, defending, undisputed world heavyweight and party champion of the Scholars Wrestling show, the one and only Scholar Tarek. What's going on tonight, sir?
Well, a lot is going on tonight because we're here to talk about In Your House.
Yes, indeed we are. Also joining us this week, as always, we've got the lovely and beautiful Scholar Brian. Scott Brian, what's going on tonight, sir?
What have you been talking about? But it's the, just over here fondling my non-existent briefcase, just waiting for the perfect opportunity to use it. And it might just be while I'm stuck in my house, watching in your house.
Hey, I don't want to hear about what...
With you not having the beefcase, Brian, you go ahead and fondle something else, my friend.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about what you're fondling in your house. We're already off.
So is that where
2
your
minutes
balls
in,
are at?
and we're already off to the races, aren't we? And
he's that comfortable.
And also joining us this evening, severely regretting all of his life choices at this point, Scholar Charlie. What do you got tonight, sir?
While we were practicing the recording, I looked over and saw your T-shirt, Jeff, and I thought it said Paw Patrol.
Well, I guess I'm never wearing this shirt again. No, this is the local brewery. Thank you very large.
And Tarek, you can do 2 things during quarantine that I wish I could, and that's shave your beard and your head and still pull it off. Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
Brian, stop talking about your lonely Sunday night fondling your beefcase.
It's not a Sunday night. It's a lonely every night.
You are this... God,
We're
man,
going to get
really
flagged on YouTube.
With all the stuff we've talked about on this show, you think this is the episode we're going to get flagged on?
Keep pushing the envelope. We'll see how far this gravy train goes.
No.
I still think, seriously, I still think about that SummerSlam prediction show a couple of years ago where you just walked into touching yourself. There you go.
I will neither confirm nor deny any of these things ever even occurred. But what I will confirm is our predictions for WWE NXT Takeover In Your House, the return of In Your House, because gentlemen, we got a pay-per-view coming up.
It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we do. And here's the problem.
It is going to be Sunday, but this is more than likely going to go up on Saturday. So by the time you see this, yeah, it's going to be on live tomorrow.
Yeah, the only it's weird that they do this, that they bring this name for the event back. That's probably going to be the last takeover before audiences are allowed to come back. So it's fitting, I guess, because audiences are stuck in their house to watch NXT Takeover in your house. So, okay, I guess it makes sense, but it's like they're going to take this out once and it'll never come back again. So enjoy the throwback. Enjoy the throwback while you can.
Speaking of throwbacks, did anyone else see the report that supposedly they're trying to get back Todd Pettingill for the show on Sunday?
That would be amazing.
I did not.
I would love that.
That would be
have him just open it old school style.
That's it. It's something I can see them doing. It's like not like Todd Pettingill is even doing anything of any note lately. True. They can do it if they want to.
Yeah. Have him open it up. Have him open it up and have him do backstage promos.
Road Dogg was on Corey Graves' podcast, and he said there's going to be a lot of like awesome throwbacks to give you that original in your house feeling. So look forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to this. So, in that regard, why don't we just dive right into it? This is the predictions for NXT TakeOver in Your House 2020. Kicking things off, first match, we've got a 6-woman tag match. Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Tegan Knox versus a team of Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. First off, we're going to kick it off with the champ, Tarek 2 belts. Tarek, who do you got?
I'm just gonna go with team face on this one. Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Tegan Knox. This one was a very like flipping of the coin match for me because I honestly had nothing going into this. So yeah, it was a flip of the coin. And I picked basically the good guys.
All right. Yeah, for me, I honestly had to take the opposite end. I'm going to go with the heels, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. If for no other reason, it just seems like they've been built up a little bit more in my eyes. And I kind of wanted to go with Shotzi's team just because I think Shotzi's cool. But I think that the heels are going to eke this one out, and I'm going to give it to LeRae, Kai, and Gonzalez. Brian, who do you got?
I'm actually going to agree with Mr. Champ over there. Basically for this point, and I believe that there's going to be some 50-50 booking going on tonight. I don't believe that the heels are going to out and out win, because you're going to see Candice LeRae and Mia Yim later on in the show during the match that we all know that I'm talking about. So, but I don't think that the heels win the night. I feel like there's going to be some 50-50 booking going on, and I think Mia Yim is going to beat Candice LeRae here, and Candice LeRae will turn around and do something later tonight that gets the heat back. So, yeah, team face.
All right. And Charlie, who do you got for this one?
Out of all the matches that I had no clue about, this one I really didn't even know of till this moment. So I'm going to even this out and go with the heels.
Way to prepare for the show, Charlie.
You know what? Shut up, okay?
Hey.
Air hug. It's okay. It's okay. Air hug. Give me an air hug. I want an air hug, damn it. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hey. It's this kind of thing that gives life its zest, flavor, and originality. So, hey, we got a split decision here. I'm digging this already. It's going to be a fun show. Speaking of the match that we were referencing earlier, next match I've got on this run sheet here, we've got for the North American Championship, Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano. Looks like my turn right now, so I'm going to go with my boy Keith Lee. I think he's going to have a much longer reign as North American champion. I don't think they're ready to give him either the NXT title or a call up just yet. He's doing great work right as he is. I'm still enjoying him. It's not getting old yet. So plus it's just fun to just see him win. I like Keith Lee. Boom. There it is. Next up, Brian, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite, because I do believe that it's either a good time for him to be called up or for him to be higher in the NXT pecking order. So, and as I said before, we're going 50-50 booking here. Johnny Gargano, the Dick Kicker Supreme, is going to do it again. And Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is going to come out to help Johnny. Mia Yim's going to come out to stop that. And you know how this works. The big dumb face gets distracted by what's going on the outside, and here comes the pun. That's it. And Johnny Gargano can wreak havoc in the North American title division, and Keith Lee can go on to bigger, potentially better things if he gets if it because I think the writing was on the wall when they said that Dominic Djokovic was getting called up to Raw. So you have Matt Riddle, you have Dominic Djokovic, so you're gonna have more people coming up sooner or later. But I also think that Keith Lee is the person to. It goes into my pick later, so we're not gonna hit that now. But yeah, in order for that to happen, Johnny Gargano wins the North American title. And I just think he's too good as a heel. Keith Lee might be too good as a face, but Johnny Gargano is way too good of a heel right now to lose that momentum.
All right, Charlie, who's your pick?
Regardless of Brian's interesting verbiage, I think due to shenanigans, Johnny Gargano is going to win. I'm with him on that.
All right, interesting. And Fool, who do you got?
I'm gonna be a trifecta here, and I'm also gonna go with Johnny Gargano. I think Keith Lee is basically on his way to bigger and better things. I think he's gonna be a contender for the NXT title sooner rather than later.
All right, interesting. All right, next match we've got Finn Balor versus Damien Priest. Brian, who do you got?
It seems obvious when you just look at the names, but I'm going Damien Priest here. I'm going Damien Priest to win because I honestly think he needs it more. I understand that they're maybe have Imperium attack Finn Balor during the match or anything like that because they're setting up for Balor versus Walter. But it's like in order to do, you can do that on UK while setting up Damien Priest to be bigger and to be. I think Damien Priest at this point, yeah, he did the two beatdowns, but I think you finish that off with a win. And because I know that logical WWE booking means Finn Balor all the way, and it's a standard squash. Finn Balor gets his win taking over the bad guy or whatever because Damian Priest attacked him twice and cost him a title shot and all that. Yeah, whatever. Damian Priest, eat your heart out.
Okay, Charlie, does Damian Priest eat his heart out?
Gross.
I am going to go with Damien Priest, but it's weird because normally, well, we know I'd go for Finn Balor normally, but he's an enhancement talent, right? At this point in the stage of his career, he's supposed to be an enhancement talent. And so far, he's just been knocking back wins, and that just seems out of place for what he should be doing. With that being said, I don't think that there's going to be any interaction between Finn and Imperium, because that would ruin him being enhancement talent and putting over Damian Priest himself. So I'm just going to say clean victory, Damian Priest. He needs it more, like Brian said. And also Tarek's facial reactions while Brian was speaking was fantastic.
Yeah. Care to expand on that? Tarek, who do you got?
I think my reaction to the whole it being a squash, I'm like, it's not going to be a squash. This is going to be a nice back and forth match between the two, and I'm going to be the difference one here. I'm actually going to go with Finn Balor because, in my opinion, he needs the win to basically continue building up to his match with Walter. So I feel like this. I don't think this loss is gonna hurt Damien Priest, and I just think this is just basically them keeping time going until this whole pandemic is over, so they can have that inevitable Finn Balor versus Walter match. So it's gonna be a great match, but I'm gonna go with Finn for the win. I'm.
Well, I'll tell you what. Our part of me was kind of split on this. Part of me originally thought that Finn Balor was going to go with this, but then I'm thinking, okay, Damien Priest kind of needs it a little bit more. But then I'm like, okay, are they really going to do anything with Damien Priest? I'm like, I don't want it. So ultimately, I'm going to go with Finn Balor for no other reason than I just want to split the party and make this interesting.
The way I've been looking at it is kind of like Damien Priest is kind of what Tyler Breeze was a few years ago, where he was just in feuds, just pretty much just to lose. Like as kind of the like, what's the word? The time. What is the? I can't think of that right word. Where it's just he's in this feud just to to have that time gap for the bigger match for the one superstar that he's facing in the future. What is the word? What is that phrase? I don't know why I'm blanking out on this.
Stopgap.
What is it?
Stopgap.
We'll go with that.
It's the filler feud.
Thank you. That's a good way of putting it. Filler feud. Yeah, that's how I look at this.
And that's why I'm saying that Priest needs to win more, because he does lose every feud that he's in. Give him a win, bro. Give him one, and then bring him back. Whatever.
But to have that inevitable match against Walter for Finn to take a loss, it just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know. But that's just my cup of tea, or in this case, clear liquid.
Speaking of someone's cup of tea. Speaking of someone's cup of tea, Charlie, I deliberately saved this one for you. Tommaso Ciampa versus your boy Karrion Kross.
This one I know. Karrion Kross. Because Karrion Kross.
Who's gonna have the balls to not make to not make this unanimous?
Karrion Kross because Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross.
Absolutely.
I love how you're.
Dog was like, Karrion Kross's entrance is the greatest thing in NXT right now, and it really is.
You're not wrong. Well, probably second, close second.
To who?
No.
I'll expand.
It has near bird attacks, fog, Scarlet, and Karrion Kross. It's null and void.
It's the best entrance in NXT after Bobby Roode.
I'll tell you what. All joking aside, I am legitimately psyched for when they bring live crowds back and you have just an entire live crowd, just screaming "Fall and Pray." It's gonna be amazing.
Absolutely.
All right. All back to the seriousness now. Tarek, make it official.
Karrion Kross, duh. And it's gonna be a great. I kind of want to see because it's Ciampa and just how just a great NXT name he's been. I want Kross to basically destroy him, just to show the dominance of what Kross brings. But that's not going to happen. But I would love to see that, just to show dominance.
Speaking of which, this is a bit of a sidebar. I mean, I think I know what we're all going to say right now. So, in lieu of me saying Karrion Cross, Scholar's Quick Talk, did anyone else notice that on the WWE shop, instead of giving Karrion Cross a shirt, the first thing they promoted was a Scarlet shirt?
Really?
Or at least Scarlet's shirt was the first one I saw. I don't know. I legitimately don't know if Karrion Cross has a shirt, but Scarlet does already. He does.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it.
He
Yeah.
ordered it. Duh.
No, not
Well,
yet.
that's why I'm deferring to the resident Karrion Cross expert in the room, so we can. I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about.
No, he's got shirts out there. Yeah.
Okay, all right. For a second there, I wasn't sure if Jim Cornette was going to be right, and this was going to turn into another Sable Mark Marrow situation. Like,
No.
I really hope
I
not.
listen to nothing that man says anymore. Nothing.
Scarlett actually cares about the business and not just her namesake.
True. Very
Others-
true. True.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, are you going to make this unanimous? I'm guessing.
Yeah, Karrion Cross, and I'm actually with Tarek on this one. Like, yeah, it's probably going to be a great back and forth match, but I think it would be so much better for Karrion Cross to have like a Brock Lesnar, John Cena performance.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what I want.
He just annihilates the dude and plays with him for 15 minutes. And that's it.
One thing that's definitely going to be interesting is we're going to see Karrion Cross have to look like a monster while watching out for Tommaso Ciampa's neck on that side suplex thing he does. So that's going to be something interesting to look at.
And I do think that they do the standard spot where Tommaso gets choked out instead of tapping out. Like he passes out instead of all that. So,
Oh yeah, he's badass. He's not going to tap. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get that standard spot. But yeah, I think it's probably going to be a great 20-minute back and forth match. But I think if you really want to get
Oh, I'd love to see him just throw him around.
Karrion Cross over, just have him dominate him. Like he's a ragdoll. Like Tommaso Ciampa is nothing to this guy. That's it.
All right, so I think that one's pretty much cut and dry. Next match, we've got for the NXT Women's Championship triple threat: Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai. Tarek, it's your turn. Who do you got?
I'm not gonna lie. This is the one match I still haven't decided which.
Do you want to be
actually...
skipped, or are you good? You got someone?
No, don't skip. Just
right,
let me waste everyone's time and just because it's a triple threat match. Do they really want the great Charlotte Flair to lose the NXT Women's Championship in a triple threat, or do they want to have someone have that special moment and have her lose one-on-one? Oh, shit.
I think you made my decision for me, Tarek.
I know. I already have mine locked in.
Yeah, mine's locked.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, well, good for all three of you. Sons of bitches.
I'm just saying.
You know what? It's like, oh, do they just want to like? You know what? Here's my one. Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair. Just because she hasn't failed me yet this year. Except I failed her when I didn't predict her for the Royal Rumble. So, and when I predict her, she always proves me right because she's fucking Charlotte. Oh no, I did it twice. No, I broke my rules.
That only says now you can't say it during the next episode.
Done.
You're on a deficit.
And when have I ever followed that rule?
It's a self-imposed rule. He can do it the way he wants.
Thank you, fool. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I'm sure I'm gonna pay for that one later. But anyway, my turn. My pick. This may be a controversial one, but I'm gonna go with Io Shirai. I'm thinking that this feud is I'm thinking this feud between Charlotte and Rhea can continue. Rhea can do a number of things, including this feud. And if the recent, I don't know what kind of investors call, whatever you want to call it, Triple H did call Io Shirai one of the greatest wrestling talents and women's wrestling talents in the world. So I'm willing to bet that Io's going to take this one. My money's on Io. Next one, we've got Brian. Who do you got?
I was actually thinking about this one like Tarek for a little while but what put it over the top for me is this. The whole story right now is the number of Charlotte title reigns. Okay, because they're counting the NXT women's title in the mix of women's title reigns.
So that makes it 13, right?
In order for her to continue amassing title reigns, she needs to keep losing said titles quickly.
Can't argue
logic
that.
Is logic. I mean,
you really can't argue that.
Therefore, I'm not going to go Io Shirai. I'm going to say Rhea Ripley gets the win by beating Io Shirai. Then Rhea Ripley will get her win back. Will get her win over Charlotte Flair at the next Takeover. And then Charlotte will be back on the main roster to win her 14th women's title.
Okay, this turned out to be a lot more interesting than I was expecting, but I'm digging it.
Brian.
Charlie, who do you got?
I thought I was confident in going with Tarek and picking Charlotte because I thought that it would make more sense for when Rhea comes full circle beating Charlotte. But then Brian painted that magnificent picture, and I don't know.
He says it's magnificent. He says it's magnificent.
Pick someone,
Is
Charlie.
it really?
I'm gonna go with Charlotte.
Woo!
I hate her. I'm gonna go with Charlotte.
But you see my point, right?
I'm picking her because I hate her.
Here's the thing. Brian, would you want Rhea Ripley to get the full circle, come back against Charlotte 1-on-1, or do you would want her to beat Io Shirai?
Oh,
I would with how you predict
it. This isn't about what I want. Of course I want Rhea.
That's what all these predictions are about, man.
No, but I also got to think smart. I also got to think smart. That Charlotte losing titles quickly. She never holds them for a long time. She wins them. She loses them quickly so she could get more title reigns, so she could get 16 within the next year or so.
All you ever think about is the hot potatoing they were doing with Sasha Banks.
Speaking of hot potatoing Sasha Banks, Charlie, what do you got?
Whoa.
You're
yelling at me for dick kicking. Okay.
How long has Charlotte been on these title chases? Like, when was her first title? I'm blanking.
Like, what year was it?
Yeah.
That would have been like 15?
Wow. Okay, so
she's on 13, I believe.
We're talking about in 5 years' time, her beating her father's prestigious career-long, Ric Flair career-long, longer than most careers, record.
Are you seeing my point yet? No, just kidding.
Like, that's just silly and
Yeah, it's completely silly. I agree with you, but it's what they're going for. That's informing all my decisions about Charlotte Flair when she's champion. It's like she can't get another title reign if she doesn't lose. Like,
she's got so many years ahead of her. Like, if we want to draw this out a little bit and make it prestigious or like pseudo prestigious, like her father took 3 decades to do his work of art.
We're already past. We're already past any of her title reigns meaning anything at all. They don't. True. They never do. So that's it.
Okay, I believe if the NXT Women's Championship was her first championship she won under WWE, her first title win was May 29th, 2014.
Jesus Christ. 6 years.
Okay.
Come on.
Again, that to me.
Hey, it's the hot, but the biggest thing was that hot potatoing with Sasha.
Oh my God.
That is the real thing that really added to her title reigns. Because they hot potato it like what, 3 or 4 times each?
Yeah, but we're 3 title reigns away from her father's work.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's like inflation. You can't judge them the same.
When you think about it that way, okay, 3 or 4 out of 13. Okay, it's really not that big a number.
In a matter of months, though?
In a matter of months. But, okay, it's as I said, okay, 2014, we're 6 years in. She has 13 title reigns. When she does get 17, which obviously, come on, when she does get 17, it's going to mean jack and shit. Because of how her first got, and that's why I never take any of her title reigns seriously, and that's why after one defense, which he's already had, technically, after one defense, I'm like, okay, it's time for her to lose now. That's it.
She's actually, I added them up. She's actually at number 12.
It's basically Nikki Bella beating AJ's lengthy title reign at this point, as far as the record goes.
We do not speak of those dark days again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't need a Tarek rant tonight, okay?
Oh, Becky Lynch. Yeah. Or
Nikki
Bella. Yeah. Screw her.
All right.
That's the soft.
I don't want to look and I don't want to touch.
I heard it 6 years ago.
All right. In lieu of any ranting tonight, that will bring us to our main event of the evening, a backlot brawl for the NXT Championship. Adam Cole Bebe versus Velveteen Dream. I believe we're off to the races with my turn right now.
You fool. I don't know
honestly,
where you are, so I'm just pointing at the camera.
Pointing. I'm going to go with Velveteen Dream for this one. I feel like it's Adam Cole has been holding a title for a good long while, damn good title reign. But I think that Velveteen Dream is due, and Adam Cole afterwards can go pretty much wherever he pleases at this point. If he wants to stay on NXT and extend this feud, he can. If he wants to go to Raw, SmackDown, Timbuktu, whatever, he'll just be like, boom, I'm on this show now. Timbuktu Wrestling Federation. Here we go. But yeah, I think Velveteen Dream is due for all those reasons and more. All right. Brian, you're up. Who do you got?
As is very evident tonight, I do not agree.
When is that ever? How is that any different from any other week?
Well, because mostly with every other week, it's just Lacey Evans, and I just take it out on. But other than okay, that's it.
He's not wrong.
In this case, I think that the only person at this point, to me, who I can see actually taking the title off of this man is Keith Lee. He's the one, and he's the only one who I'll be like, yeah, okay. At this point, I know that there's another one. Okay.
There is only one. Billy Gunn.
Oh God. There's only one person who can take the title off of Adam Cole, and it's El Dandy.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. And see, got rid of
Only one person can take the title off of Adam Cole. Clearly, it's DVD Phil.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, the only there are two that I'll be happy with, but the one I'll be most happy with is Keith Lee, and Velveteen Dream. Unfortunately, okay, just doesn't do it for me like the way he does most people. So I don't see him worthy of taking the title off of Adam Cole, and I do believe that the only thing that gave me pause was the stipulation.
Okay.
But then they changed it up and said that
Oh,
looks like we lost Charlie there for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna try him back in just a minute. We'll see if we can get Charlie back.
but the point is,
El Dandy was just too much for him.
yes,
The power of the power. Who is he to out El Dandy?
Hello?
Okay,
Yay, we got him back.
Charlie's back.
I don't know what happened there, but
you
power,
doubted the
we were
power
just
of
assuming
El
that the power of El Dandy cut you off.
something like that.
No,
This is what happens when you doubt El Dandy.
There's only one thing that can explain that. El Dandy figured out that you doubted him, and he smited your phone.
That's what happens, man.
But yeah, the deal is that, to me, Velveteen Dream is not it, and he should not take the title off of Keith Lee, off of Adam Cole. And the point of it is they strengthened the stipulation by saying he can't challenge for the NXT title while Adam Cole has it.
Baby.
It's not like he can never challenge for it again ever. If it was that, I'd be like, okay, then Velveteen Dream has to win.
All right, Charlie. All that being said, do you want to make it official?
Boom.
All right.
Adam Cole Day.
All right. In lieu of an extended explanation, I need to put forth a quick scholar's quick talk question. If we're talking about the Undisputed Era, and Adam Cole Bebe is sort of the de facto leader of the group, is it appropriate to call the Undisputed Era Bebe's kids? Can we call them that from now on? Can we do this?
No, you can call them that whatever you want, but it's not coming out of my mouth.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
I think
all right.
So upset that you cut off for that, but
all right. In that case, Tarek, it's your turn. Who do you got?
I'm sorry. I'm still kind of taken aback by your scholar's quick talk there. So
it's something to think about. I mean, asking the big questions here. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually surprised no one thought of that. Wow.
Tonight on War Games, Bebe's kids versus.
You did. You broke it.
Yes.
It's over.
I won something tonight. Yes.
Wow. My prediction is still set in stone, but yeah, I'm still. Wow. Okay.
All right. So, and who is that pick that's set in stone?
So it's gonna be Adam Cole. Baby!
It's kids.
Oh, okay. Don't kill it. Don't kill it.
All right. I'm done with it for now. I'm done with it for now. All right. No more milking it. We're out of milk. we got our predictions in. Those are our predictions for NXT Takeover in your house. Now we turn it over to you, our listening audience. I'm sorry, what was that?
Nobody said anything, boys.
Oh, okay. I guess I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Horrible.
now is the time when we turn it over to our wrestling discussion, internet wrestling community audience, wherever you are, all across the internet. Leave us comments all across socials, YouTube comments, Facebook pages, and our personal favorites, the old Twitter machines. Follow us all across all of them, especially on Twitter. Check us out on our main account at ScholarsOW. Check us there for all the latest episode uploads every single week. And of course, join the conversation. I know I'm going to be live tweeting all night on my personal Twitter account. Fool, where can they reach you?
You can reach me, Tarek Two Belts, at the Avataric.
Scott O'Brien, where can they reach you?
You can find me doing unspeakable things to a non-existent beefcase while never doubting the power of El Dandy at Atomic Beanpole.
Kind of need to wash my hands after this.
And Scholar Charlie.
Charlie and just
End the show. Okay. And you can reach me at I'm Robbie Rage, making references to 90s comedy shows. Because that's what we do here. Because let's face it, you knew that already. You knew it was coming. Why? Because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
See you all in your house.
Goof Troop.